Here over the next 9 weeks, we are putting 9 Barrell products versus 9 Bardstown products to find out who is the king blender. That's right, I have 9 Barrell products and 9 Bardstown products that are going to go head to head over the next 9 weeks. And this isn't just my opinion. I have some patrons involved in this as well. Let me tell you how I'm breaking this all down. So each week we will have a Barrell product versus a Bardstown product. This is already predetermined which Barrell product will go up against which Bardstown product. I tried to do it the fairest way, keep proof in mind, and a lot of this is finished, so similar finishes as well. I then took each one of these bottles and put 2 samples of each of them and sent them out to patrons. So every single one of these bottles will be reviewed by 3 people, myself as well as 2 patrons. The answers to the patrons are in here for my wife. I don't know what the answers are. And then we will reveal the Patreon picks, my picks, as well as who's going to win each week, and we are going to add up all of the scores, totaling 27 possible points. So the question I have to you guys is, who is the king blender? Is it Barrell? Is it Bardstown? Or am I going to enjoy both of these? And this is going to be a tight race. Let's get into it. So let's talk about our week 1 contenders real quick. On Barrell's side of things, we have Barrell Bourbon Batch number 37. This is a cask strength blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. This is 10-year Kentucky, 8, 11, 12-year Indiana, 13, 14, and 15-year Tennessee, coming in at 111.38 proof. Now, if you know anything about the Barrell batched products, I absolutely love them. From 33, I think is where I started, all the way up to the 37. I'm sure they're coming out with 38 soon. These are phenomenal batched whiskeys, and at the price, I absolutely love them. The harder to find and a little bit more pricey Bardstown Disco Series. This is number 13. This is coming in at 45% Kentucky 9-year, 22% Kentucky 9-year, 20% Kentucky 15-year, and 13% Kentucky 8-year with a mash bill that is crazy. 74, 18, 8, 78, 10, 12, 75, 13, 12, and 70, 21, 9, all rye secondary grain. This is going to be a matchup tonight, because I can promise you both of these are phenomenal glasses of whiskey. And the Bardstown product is coming in at 110.8 proof. So again, very similar, very good blends here. 110.8, 111.38. Let's get into this right now. I'm going to pour these up, and we're going to do a blind here at Bourbon of the Week. And if you don't know what this is the solo blind presented by Chris at Whiskey Noobs Podcast. Make sure you check him out on all of his socials. You spin this up and now you don't know which one's which. All right, so here we go. Time for the traditional sip. Barrell versus Bardstown, king of the blend. Let's get into it. Cheers, y'all. That one's spicy. Obviously, we're going to base this strictly off taste because we don't know which one's which, so we can't say this is a guaranteed this proof versus this proof. I will say this one drinks hot for 110 or 112, but it is very good when it comes to the flavor profile. Offers me a lot of spiciness on the front of the palate, but does sweeten up their mid palate, and then the finish on this is damn near forever. I actually really enjoy that a lot. Barrell versus Bardstown is something I've been trying to do for a long time now. I just didn't really have the right bottles to go up against each other, but some people helped me out. Shout out to all the patrons that are a part of this. Cheers, y'all. Let's get into the second sip. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is the same thing that I often come across, and it's spicy versus sweet, and it's usually super spicy versus spicy with a little bit of sweet. In this one, it's kind of a mixture of both. This one comes off way more sweet to me. There's more fruity notes in this than in this glass over here, but this glass is also offering me some sweetness to it. It's very different sweetness, and it's also a little bit different when it comes to the spice as well. One feels a little bit more rye spice forward, while the other feels more of those baking spices forward. I don't know. This is going to be very, very close. Yeah, this definitely offers some depth when it comes to the age, and I'm not always somebody that likes super over-oaked stuff, but neither one of these are presenting off that way. This one does give you a little bit of age. It gives you a little bit more of that oak, a little bit more of that leather, maybe just a hint of a cigar note on this as well, which I was not expecting. I haven't drank either of these in a very long time. Both of these phenomenal whiskeys. This is just a preference thing, which is why I didn't want it to just be my opinion, and I've got 2 other opinions sitting in the envelope right here. The sweetness on this glass is just phenomenal to me. This is why I love whiskey. I would say 5 times out of 10, I might pick this glass, and the other 5 times I might pick this glass. This is kind of just like how your night's going, what you're really feeling that night. The spiciness on this is just like almost overwhelming, but then that sweetness kicks in just in time to really save this glass, and I love the sweetness on this. I'm trying to find something in this glass that I don't love, and I truly can't find anything. While in this glass, there are some things that I'm picking out personally that just aren't for me. That's not to say that this isn't a good glass of whiskey, and it's not to say that anybody who enjoys this is wrong. What I am saying is that with my preference, with what I enjoy about whiskey, this glass is just hitting home for me tonight. There's a much heavier rye influence on this glass over here. 18% rye, and again, we talked about these mash bills. 18% rye, 10% rye, 13% rye, 21% rye, but the majority of this is 18/10/13% rye. So we're right there when it comes to the rye mash bill. So maybe this is the 18% rye that I'm getting over here. But I also feel like 8-year, 15-year, 9-year, 9-year versus 10-year, 8-year, 11-year, 12-year, 13, 14, and 15. So with that rye influence, as well as that age behind this, this might be the Barrell and this might be the Bardstown, but there's only one way to find out. We're going to call it. We're going to give it to this glass over here, but let's find out what it is. Let's find out what our patrons picked, and then I got to pull up my phone to even figure out which one was 1A and 1B. By the way, to all the patrons watching this, this is 1A versus 1B. I don't know which one's which yet. Let's find out. Just making sure I'm doing my due diligence. A very close matchup on week one, but I got to give it to this glass right here. Let's find out what it was. That's 1 point from me, and then let's find out what my patrons picked as well. Let's do the reveal. So for week one, we are going to give 1 point of the possible 3 points tonight to Barrell 37. Barrell 37 to me is, I honestly thought it was going to be this one over here, but this is just so well balanced. It's exactly what I love about whiskey. I love Barrell as a company. I love Bardstown as a company as well, but this Barrell 37 is just something special. All of their batch product is so good. But while that's 1 point to Barrell, we do have to find out what my patrons picked, because they could go 2 points to Bardstown, and this could be easily 2-1. Let's find out what they picked. Week one, we have Scott W versus Scott S, both picking A. So both Scott W and Scott S for week one picked A, but we got to go to the phone and find out what 1A was. See how complicated this is getting? All right, that's actually very interesting. Both of my patrons for 1A picked Bardstown Disco 13. I don't want to show you all of the matchups because my patrons are following along, but Scott W and Scott S both picked Bardstown 13 as their pick for week one. This was completely blind to them. They don't know which of the 9 bottles they got. They don't know if it was Bardstown or Barrell as A or Barrell and Bardstown. They don't know anything. So completely blind for them. They picked Bardstown Disco 13 as their pick, so it's 2-1 Bardstown after week one. This is the main reason I wanted to get other people involved, because it's not just my opinion that matters, it's the community's opinion that matters. We have a great Patreon. Make sure you check us out on patreon.com/bourbon of the week. You can participate in stuff just like this. We're doing a bunch of giveaways here soon, but this was a phenomenal pour right here. Barrell 37, Bardstown Disco 13. I mean, I'm the real winner here because I got to try both of them. But what do you guys think? It's only week one right now, 2-1. Is this going to be a tight match? Is this going to be Barrell? Is this going to be Bardstown? Who's going to win? King of the Blend. So there you have it, 2-1 Bardstown going into week two. I think this is going to be a tight match the entire way through. Make sure you click that like and subscribe button so you can keep up with this entire series as we do the next 9 weeks. Make sure you follow me on all of my social medias and check out that Patreon page so you can participate in stuff like this. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink responsibly. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay drinking whiskey blind. Cheers, y'all. Dang, 2-1.